And we're back with the show. This is Gerald Glassford from Pop Culture Cosmos and Game Source. We truly appreciate you being part of the broadcast here today. And, well, it's the holiday season. And I tell you what, you've got all these gifts out there. You want to get pop culture stuff, regular stuff, consumer electronics. That's great. But there's a lot of other things that you can get for great gift ideas this holiday season, and we're going to be covering it all, as much as we can at the Pop Culture Cosmos and the PCC Multiverse. But one great thing that you can get a loved one is the power of reading. Great book ideas for this holiday season, and who better to tell you out there what great books you can get for holiday gift ideas than the best show out there covering the literary world. It is the Wine, Women, and Words show that you can get on podcast.com, Apple Podcasts, or check them out on YouTube. They're actually here for the Pop Culture Cosmos. They're actually here on the Pop Culture Cosmos on YouTube for a little while, but they've got their own great channel as well. Please, let's welcome the great hosts of the Wine, Women, and Words, Michele Leivas and Diana Tierney. How are you ladies today?
Great, and with an intro like that, there's going to be no living with me.
Seriously, can you come whenever I walk into a room anywhere and do that introduction? Because
right? I'm going to pay you just to walk ahead of me everywhere I go.
If cash is involved, there you go, and there I am. But,
a man after his own heart.
Well, when it comes to the Wine, Women, and Words, they do a great job of breaking down and analyzing books that are come out. And they've also got great interviews with a ton of authors out there. So you've got to check out all their past episodes and also their upcoming episodes as well. But Diana, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
What are some great book ideas just off the top of your head that you think people should be looking for? Oh, even better yet, even us guys need to be thinking about for their lovely ladies in their life this holiday season.
You know, coming out within the next couple months, there's actually there's a lot of really great books. End of the year, beginning of the year is a new market for everything coming out. One of the ones that actually recently crossed my path is Island of Sweet Pies and Soldiers. This one is coming out, I want to say early December, just in time for Pearl Harbor Day. And this book actually deals with Pearl Harbor and whatnot. Another great book, Choosing Hope by Holly Camier. This one actually came out October 31st. She's going to be on our show, of course, plugging our show, in mid-December. So that's always a good book to look out for. And our current book of the month, I recommend to just about anybody and everybody, is Tea Girl of Hummingbird Lane by Lisa C., which, if you're interested in exploring other cultures, this is a great book to look at because it deals with the people, the Aka people in rural China that we've never heard of before. And Michele and I have been enjoying learning about this culture and following this girl's story. So those are just a few books to keep an eye out for specifically. But as I was telling Gerald before the show starts, it's always hard to find a specific book unless somebody's asking for the book to actually buy them the book. And one of the things that we book lovers love to death are actually gift cards. A gift card for a bookworm is the gift that keeps on giving.
Could not agree with you anymore, because I'll tell you what, I'm one of those people, I think as well, when you're going to a party or you're going to be giving a gift, people look at, oh, it's just a gift card. But it allows those people to select the things in life that they might like, correct?
Absolutely. You give me an Amazon gift card and I'm going to fill it up with Kindle books.
As would I.
Or Barnes and Noble's a great one. Or if you have an indie bookstore near you, get a gift card for them if they offer that. Because it's great. And unless we have, oftentimes we'll have a list of books that we want to read. And it's always good to just read that list of books. Many of us have Goodreads.com. It's kind of like the Facebook of for book nerds. It's got all our lists of things to read, things we have read that we love. And I know my husband in the past has gone through my to read section and picked up books for me from there. Though now I have so many books, he's kind of afraid to do that because he's afraid to get me the second book. So that's why gift cards are great.
Definitely couldn't agree with you more on that. Definitely could not agree with you more on that. It's a great idea to get, especially for someone that may not be near you, to give a direct physical gift, or if there's a certain thing in mind, obviously ordering online as well. But a gift card or sending them an e-gift card is a great idea indeed. I want to make sure that all these books are going to be available at Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com either right now or in the future going forward. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, awesome. I'm pretty sure because Amazon's the king out there, but I always want to check to make sure.
Absolutely, because there's some books that only are online. So that's always a good thing to check.
Indeed, and then also because of Kindle and all the book readers out there, that's definitely just something to consider indeed. So you got to watch out for that when you're ordering those great books that Diana has just also recommended, and then also the ones that Michele is going to recommend as well. So Michele, what are some great holiday book gift ideas that you have in mind for this holiday season?
Well, the majority of these gift ideas are things that I wouldn't mind getting myself. So if we could discreetly post this link on my husband's Facebook page, maybe from like, I don't know, Diana, you helped him out on my birthday last year, so.
I did.
Subtle hint there.
Right? I mean, he's definitely not listening right now. Oh, wait, he's inside, so he will hear these. There's very slowly controlled chaos happening in my house right now.
And these things you can actually combine the gift card with the other
exactly.
things. Put the gift card in with these other wonderful things, and just it all works out together.
Now, book lovers, Diana and I have noticed, are often one of two other lovers, or both. They are also wine lovers, or they are also coffee lovers.
Or tea lovers.
Or tea lovers. We don't discriminate.
Yeah.
But coffee mugs are actually getting really popular. Target all of a sudden just launched an entirely new section of coffee mugs, and they're really inexpensive. I got this one. It's giant. I tested it. It holds 24 ounces of coffee in there. And if you can read it, it is very appropriate.
I'll tell you what, I'll say this right now. If that doesn't keep you awake, but also I can't agree with you more as well on that, because I know my daughter even was the other day, we were at a comic book store and she was enamored with a BB-8 coffee mug, and just goes to show you that coffee mugs are now not just for coffee, but for hot chocolate, things of that nature, but they're reaching out because of the different things you can design them with.
Exactly. And I mean, this one, I walked over and I saw it, and I was like giving myself a mental budget. Like, okay, it's probably like, what, maybe $10, I would say. I was like, okay, if it's under 15, I'm going to buy it for myself. This was $6. Mm-hmm. So it's a very affordable present. I have a small collection of favorite TV shows and movies. You can find out their favorite movie and get them a coffee mug to go with it, or a favorite book. And TV shows, I have Grey's Anatomy, Gilmore Girls. So you really can't go wrong with coffee mugs for book lovers, because they go hand in hand.
And even wine glasses. I've got a cute little set of wine glasses here that says things like "wine is cheaper than therapy." Wine a little, you'll feel better. And that's just only a matter of wine. And, you know, something like this would be a really cute gift for those of you who watch. And this, again, this is a container of 4 glasses for those of you who are just listening. 16-ounce wine glasses. Again, another Target find.
Definitely some great ideas for holiday gift ideas from our good friends Diana Tierney and Michele Leivas of Wine Women and Words. You can catch their podcasts each and every week on podcast.com. And of course, subscribe today on Apple Podcasts. That's Wine Women and Words, a great, great podcast on the literary world. They've got great guests authors from all over talking about their awesome books indeed. Some books I've actually had the time to read this year, amazingly enough, with all the things I've done and all the things I blab about on a weekly basis. But I got a chance to read Ready Player One because I know that's going to be a major hit from Steven Spielberg next year when it's adapted as a movie. But also as well, kind of a different feel from actually one of the leading authors in North America for so many years and probably considered one of the greatest of all time in many people's opinions, Stephen King. I got to read his Bill Hodges trilogy recently, and I know the first episode, Mr. Mercedes, got translated into a TV movie on the Audience Network. You want to check that out, go ahead when you get a chance. But Mr. Mercedes, also as well, Finders Keepers, and End of Watch is a really, really strong trilogy from the master himself, Stephen King. So you want to check that out, and you can always buy it today as a group, as a triplet, if someone is, as a trilogy combined on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and all other outlets. You can get it as a trilogy right there as a great gift idea as well. But
I've actually fallen in love with his son's writing, Joe Hill.
Yes, indeed. I've heard good things about him as well.
Thorns was amazing. Incredibly demented, but absolutely amazing.
And I think their latest book that I've seen in bookstores, they have they work together and collaborate together on it as well. So I forget the title of that book.
Actually, that he's that are both writers.
Okay.
One goes by King is the last name, and then Hill obviously has a different pen name, and he's actually collaborated with both sons.
Indeed. So that definitely some things to look out there for if you want to check it out on Amazon if you're really into Stephen King, and also as well taking a look at his sons and their great work indeed. But Michele, I want to ask you, there's some other great book ideas. I know you were mentioning coffee mugs, and that keeps everybody awake late at night. Needless to say, I'll have some hot chocolate on it. But what are some great book ideas that, some great authors you've had a chance to speak to, or some great book ideas that would be great gift ideas this holiday season?
Well, as far as favorite authors, I mean, it really kind of varies, but there are a couple of my favorite authors that are coming out with, or just came out with new books. I know Josh was talking about it a few weeks ago. Dan Brown just came out with a new book. It's Origin, not Orange. Origin. I've started reading it. I try to tell myself not to buy all the books that I want because I have to leave some for my husband to get me. But then I just turn around and tell him to get me a gift card. But some of the Wine, Women, and Words books that I've really fallen in love with, Lisa C. is our author this month, and the Tea Girl of Hummingbird Lane is quickly becoming one of my favorite books. It's very steeped in the Chinese culture for people who want to get a look at a different culture that we may not see every day. It discusses mainly the ethnic minorities living in the Tea Mountains, and it's beautifully written and very well researched as far as the culture goes. So I would highly recommend that book for someone looking for a different kind of read. What was that, Diana?
Yuri Vollmer for December. Our December book of the month is going to be called Reliance, Illinois.
Hey.
Looking for that. Both of her books, Crown of Dust and Reliance, Illinois, they're both available now. And she works a lot with California history and the Gold Rush history. So all of her books are set in that.
And you'll be having her on your podcast coming up in the near future. Is that correct?
Yes. And the one that we have coming up in January was great for the Pop Culture Cosmos audience.
Pause for dramatic effect.
Yes, exactly. Dramatic effect. Okay.
This will sound so much better in post.
So, you guys, most people know a little show called Quantum Leap, right? Well, Deborah Pratt was one of the writers and producers on said show, and she has a series called The Atlantean, The Vision Quest. Actually, the series is called Vision Quest. Book 1 is called The Atlantean. She's coming on in January, and our book of the month is going to be The Atlantean.
That's definitely a great idea indeed, especially if the rumors are true and actually a Quantum Leap reboot, which actually is probably more than just a rumor, comes back to fruition on TV. I don't know if we're prepared or not for that, but we'll have to wait and see. If MacGyver can do it, Quantum Leap can do it as well.
And they probably can do it better, because I think MacGyver actually ended up getting canceled within the first few months.
So yeah, so it's definitely something to look out for indeed. Some great guests coming onto your show. Ladies, you've had some great ideas. Any last thoughts for this holiday season as far as great gift ideas before we head on out?
For me, I recommend things like if you go to thinkgeek.com, they have like all sorts of neat little things. Also for bookworms, especially if you like the sci-fi stuff, like book pillows. Like this is actually a Treasure Island pillow that sits in my reading nook. And then if you go on Etsy or even on some of the Facebook ads, there are T-shirts and scarves that actually have literary print on it. I've got a scarf somewhere that's got Hamlet's soliloquy written on it, and it's the whole soliloquy on this infinity scarf, and it's one of my favorite things.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool.
How about you, Michele?
Fuzzy socks. Definitely cannot go wrong with fuzzy socks. And some people may listen to this and think, I'm not getting her a pillow or fuzzy socks. But if someone loves to read, they will appreciate any of these things that we have mentioned.
You want a reading nook.
Yeah, you want to be comfortable in your reading spot, and pillows and scarves and fuzzy socks are essential to creating the successful reading nook.
Well, even just having book accessories. I mean, there's purses that are shaped like books that are quite popular. Things of that nature. So you can walk around and show your book-loving pride.
That dog does not care about what's going on. The dog is just focused on you. I just had to say that. But
yeah, if you guys watch the show, you'll see both dogs making appearances, as well as Michelle's children popping up periodically during the show. Just not caring. I swear my other one thinks she's a co-host. Laptop comes out, I come in my spot, and she's right here in front of the computer with me.
Well, the dog starts asking for a check. Maybe it's time then to,
how they get spoiled enough.
Exactly. But I'll tell you what, ladies, those were some great suggestions indeed, especially for you guys out there. If you need ideas, right there you go. But also for everybody as well on pop culture items, and also as well book ideas that you need to check out for this holiday season. They're all available, like they were saying, at Amazon.com, also Barnes & Noble, and also as well some of the great ideas were also mentioned for ThinkGeek.com as well. And, well, least I not forget, once again, this is Diana Tierney and Michele Leivas from the Wine, Women, and Words podcast. Again, you have got to check out their show. It's available on podcast.com, YouTube, and of course, subscribe today on Apple Podcasts. Again, it's Wine, Women, and Words. It's a black and white photo as the logo with the wine right there. It's really cool looking. They've got great guests each and every time they go on almost every time they go on the air. They've got great authors. They got great suggestions for book ideas, and they have also, between them, they also have a great conversation on every episode about how they feel about the books that they're reading. Ladies, it's been such a tremendous pleasure having you both on the show. I hope you both return real soon to the Pop Culture Cosmos and the PCC Multiverse, and I wish you both the happiest of holiday seasons.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
You too.
Yes, once again, appreciate it. Once again, that's Michele Leivas and Diana Tierney of the Wine, Women, and Words podcast. Check them out today. And thank you so much for being part of the Pop Culture Cosmos.